And hello, my darlings. It's I, your host, Madam Tilly. And these are my boobs. And these are my friends. And welcome to ERP. Okay, today we're just gonna be chilling and probably just talk a little bit about anime and stuff and catching up. Alright, from my left, we have La Dumpy.
What's going on, everybody?
Hey, darling. And then the returning Blue Lotus Designs.
Hello.
So good to see you again. And then there's Sarah in her old avatar.
Oh, it hasn't updated. Oh. I thought I've updated it. Oh no.
I don't think you ever sent me to do one.
Let me fix that then.
Okay. Yeah, Sarah's become royalty nowadays. Oh, man. Okay, there's Devon. But yeah, how's everyone been lately?
Pretty good.
Oh, wonderful.
Hanging in there like a curly hair on a biscuit.
Oh my. I apologize. Yeah, I was pretty messed up last night. Freaking got diabetes acted up, and I have a bad tooth. So.
No.
Yeah, I get to roll with that for like 6 months, or how long it takes to save up money for it, a distraction. But okay, I figured. I kind of want to get the anime, just club and back in swing. At least maybe like once a month or so. Just check in, think what we've been watching and stuff. Like reactive future tech. Okay, so sure, I know how to do these future tech things, but I'll try. Is it media share? Yeah, I don't know how the Fujitex work.
They're browser sources.
Browser source. Okay.
So yeah.
Okay, delete that. Paste that.
You just copy and paste it, and you can adjust me, and it will react to when I talk.
Okay. Ain't she beautiful?
Then you can adjust it into layers how you need.
Mm-hmm. I got so many layers. I have so many guests, and so it's like when I try to move one, I tend to move like 20 people.
Here's the trick I did. I made a whole scene that is just guest profiles.
Yeah.
And so it consolidates all of them into just one source. So when they're there, they pop up.
Ooh, that's ingenious.
Yeah, you just make it a scene, and then on your sources, if you want, you can click Add Scene, so it can copy the layout of another scene, and it just copies everybody's avatars.
Hey Stu, hey Zara.
You handsome son of a bitch, you. Me and Stu are in this non-stop who's handsome battle, and I refuse to think he wins.
Wait, so who's more handsome?
Stu is.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
I'm sorry if you guys can hear my toddler upstairs.
No, I think you're fine. So how are the kids?
Doing great. Little dude actually just turned 4, and little miss is teething, so that's been fun.
Oh, Tubby, thank you for the sub. Ooh, Prime sub. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. I probably need to turn on the head pad alert, but and Sarah, how's things going with you, darling?
Well, just in kind of just moseying through.
Oh yeah, so nothing good, nothing bad, nothing new. So
And trying to stay afloat.
squirrels float, don't they?
Well, nod our head and said yes. We cannot confirm nor deny the floatility of squirrels.
Oh man. So let's see here. So, what's the last anime y'all watched?
It's a great question.
That is a good question.
I'm going to cheat and go to my Crunchyroll.
I'm doing the
I
same
go-
thing. Great minds think alike.
Boop.
Take a look here.
I had to sign in because I did like a whole like trying to refresh my computer. Like, I will get this to work. Okay.
I think the last thing we watched was Dr. Stone Season 2.
Ugh. I've read the manga and I can't wait for them to do the entire series.
Oh, yes.
The last one I watched was My Next Life as a Villainess.
Ooh.
Oh, that was pretty good.
I've been on a kick of watching anime dub for a bit because I'm like, I like watching sub. I do like watching sub, but I want to see how the English dubs are doing.
I like to say
And I
good.
believe the voice actress for the main character is Amelie, aka Monarch. Yes, it seems like voice actors are getting in on the VTubing scene.
My last anime, I just finished the season 3 of Kingdom, and I just started watching Basilisk, actually.
Is it an old one? Sebastian, that's a pretty old one, isn't it?
Are there a couple different versions of Basilisk?
Yeah, I feel like Basilisk kind of pulled a, now I drew it right, it's on the other anime's name, Berserker.
Oh yeah, one of these days I gotta watch that. I say it's just because I heard the originals that were finished, and then the ones that came after that weren't as good.
Well, I mean, those are solid because it's true. Yeah, I guess Basilisk is an older one. I say older, 2005.
Oh yeah, I was only 19 at the time. Let's see. Let's see here. Yeah, Dr. Stone, I kind of dropped. I don't know, halfway through season 1 because I just thought it was just too dorky, I guess, or just all the science geek stuff.
It does get a little bit more action as this, and especially I believe the next season they should start making their way across the globe.
Whoop. Dobby, you beautiful bastard, you. Thank you.
Well, and you got to remember that my dear husband's a huge science geek. When I met him, he was just coming home from studying chemical engineering. So that's kind of right up our lane of geeky, sciencey.
Proof of an anime that has a parental warning of "Don't try this at home. This is dangerous."
Which is funny is, what is it? What's her name? Carrie, I think, from Mythbusters, did a react to Dr. Stone, and she's so funny because she's like, actually, you could do that. You might be missing a couple steps, but for the most part, it does work. And it's like, oh god.
Actual science. We're showing young kids actual science on a cartoon.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to watch that educational shit. I want to rot my brain. He's the,
I mean, I think in the next season they're gonna invent money.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, no, the globe hopping experience gets a whole lot crazier. I always loved like the road map scenes were always like one of my favorite because it's like cheesy, toony doodles of like a roadmap of science of what they're gonna do to get to the bigger picture. But I'm in the same boat. I like nerdy things. I work at a museum center, so talking about nerdy stuff is literally my forte.
Man. And the last anime, a current one like me and Stu are watching, I had to show him Zombieland Saga.
I still gotta watch the second season.
Same, we're like, I mean, I think the first season, Stu's like 2/3 through it. But I'm happy to got a second season, because, you know, the Funimation show from like 3 years ago. Yeah, because I remember seeing that one day, and like, wait, zombies and idols? I'm in. Yeah.
One of the characters is transgender too.
Oh yeah? Which one?
The tiny blue-haired one.
Oh, didn't see that coming.
Yep, nope, it came out of left field. They did, and they handled it pretty well too. Because no one harped on them about their gender, but it was just kind of like, it was during the small arc where each of the characters were dealing with how they died in their past lives.
Yeah.
And so unfortunately it did come up.
She did have kind of a boy's name. But yeah, like, especially seeing, some of the episodes when they died, destroyed me, you know, freaking, yeah, like, especially like the episode, like, the little one, but, yeah, that's oh my god, but, yeah, and that freaking, the dude he worked for is such a mega Chad, as Stu calls him.
Yeah, have you made it to the end of the first season, Tilly?
I have, Stu hasn't.
I don't know if I want to say too much of Stu being in chat. Because the end of the season, end of the first season, you do get a kind of a reveal, not too big of a reveal on who he is, but you see his connection to at least one of the characters.
Mm. Hey Stu, feel free to hop in the call anytime. Let's see here. And then, let's see here, what was the show? Oh yeah, we're all caught up on Spy X Family.
Oh, I still gotta catch up on that.
Yeah, that is such a charming show.
It surprisingly is.
Yeah, it's like, it's surprisingly wholesome, and, yeah, and hopefully, like, Yor gets, some more scenes, and, yeah, it's gonna be interesting, because definitely tell they're only, like, halfway done. But yeah, have you guys seen Spy X Family? Hello?
It's on our list.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, we're behind, of course, because we've got 2 kids, and could stay up later after they go to bed, to try and catch up. But, you know, it's one of those, your anime watch list is never ending, too.
True. Oh, man.
I have so many anime on my watch list on Crunchyroll. It's like, where do I start back up at?
Oh, yeah, whether it's TV shows or games or something, I just, I suck when I have too many options.
Mm.
Very indecisive.
Yeah. I kind of want to go back to before I, you know, had to go get a job and stuff. Because once I got myself a job, then my collection just exploded. Yeah.
My goal is still to finish my Bleach manga collection.
I mean, it's realistical.
It is. Until they start releasing the Hell arc. Because the one-shot special chapter was like, psych, this is the opening chapter to the new arc.
That's always wonderful when they pull that kind of crap.
Yeah,
it's the most annoying.
Well, to be fair, Kubo, during when he was working on Bleach for the 1,000-Year Blood War, he was dealing with health issues, and you could see it in some of the writing and some of the scenes. So it's nice to see that the Kubo returning to and going, hey, I have a little bit more juice left in me for Bleach.
That just reminds me of how I saw an article, I think it was on Anime News Network, that the guy who writes Hunter x Hunter has decided to expand his staff. It's like, oh god, we might actually see that one finished.
Now, see, now you're just asking for high hopes, okay?
Right. On the new, have you guys heard who has the rights to stream Bleach coming up here soon?
No.
Disney Plus has the rights to stream the 1,000-Year Blood War arc of Bleach.
I did see that.
Interesting.
And I don't know how I feel about it.
It's just we filled with a little censorship. It's all right.
Well, the thing is, like, prior to, like, the announcement of who was going to have the streaming rights to it, they said, like, Bleach to 1,000-Year Blood War will not be censored.
Okay.
That it was going to be unadulterated. We're going to get all the blood and violence.
That sounds kind of refreshing, actually, because I remember thinking back to Fairy Tail, how, like, there should have been a lot more blood in those fights.
Some countries have such a unique way of censoring blood. I think it was in China or somewhere.
It's all white?
They censored it to white.
Oh, no.
So there's this whole room that's covered, like, just high schoolers' room that was covered in blood. And when you watch the anime, the room just had white splotches everywhere.
Oh, my.
It's very interesting when you go and watch a series like High School of the Dead or something like that. It's like, you got fan service, you got blood, and then when they instead turn it white.
It's more fan service.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like, you tried to censor this, but instead of, like, censoring the gore, you just made it more pornographic. Thank you.
Man. And it's kind of reminds me, there was this game called Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, where you can change the color to blood. And so I decided to change it white. And there's like sort of this giant, like, huge blood fountain. Yeah.
Oh no.
I look, I watched the Bukkake fountain. Yeah. It's a shame that you will never see the ending to High School of the Dead.
Yeah, I know I was reading the manga for a bit. And I know there's, like, the whole Malls arc. Which is just, it's like, oh, nice for you to follow the trope of some old zombie games and movies.
Yeah. Oh, man.
There's one manga I wish to see as an anime.
What's that?
I want to try to remember the name of it for the life of me. It's, basically it deals with, rats, or magical girls. Basically, like, zombie magical girls.
Right, so I mean, that's not a sword like that. What about Doga Magica? Something's like that.
I can find it.
That does sound like a decent twist on the trope. Remember when they tried that Magical Girls where they turned into big buff men?
That is
amusing.
or
Sekiro?
Magical Girl Ori.
Okay, yeah, that's the buff guys.
Yeah, that's where they turn into buff guys.
It's like that. Talk about sexually confused.
Oh, there it is. It's called Magical Girl Apocalypse.
Okay, that's a cool name. Like that
And,
should be a J-pop group name.
I'm gonna see if I can find a
Subcategory to baby metal.
Kinda. God, remember that shitty metal anime you had to watch a couple years ago?
Yes.
Oh, it might actually become a thing.
Okay.
Well, remember a couple of those animes that I was put on a list to watch a couple years ago.
I'll drop this into the brain work.
So remember Nixie messaging me, you watch it yet? You watch it yet? You watch it yet?
Apparently, it looks like they might make it into an. I don't know. I wish they would, because apparently, Seven Seas got the license to it. But this article is also from 2014.
Oof.
But the anime, the manga, just gets really gruesome, really dark. The zombie idol, the zombie magical girls are just creepy as all get out.
Yeah, looking at it, and I don't know, I think it could work for a lot of stuff that gets released these days. I think this could work.
Oh yeah, coming about now, it's just it's definitely not going to be an anime directed at little kids, and if it is going to be shown for little kids, it's definitely going to be toned down a bit.
So there's a spin-off series called Magical Girl. Holy shit.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll post it in the Discord chat.
Oh, what?
Yeah, there's a few of them. Oh, thank you for being you too, darling. Oh. I'm alright, everyone in chat, let's bring up an anime to talk about. But God, freaking Madoka Magica, I was reminded, I was warned about that anime for years. And so I went to that show, mentally prepared, and I still came out traumatized.
No, I remember I was working at this tech bar place at the college I was going to, and there's this one guy who's that you could tell he watched anime, but he was a scrawny dude with blonde spiky hair, and he's yeah, I don't watch it. It'll fuck you up. I was oh, the more you say stuff like this, the more I will watch it. And do I regret my decision? Yes, and no.
It's I never bothered watching those movie sequels or whatever.
I was one of the few who hated Madoka.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Madoka.
It's I would never watch it again. So.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
but I forced myself to finish it. Rabbit and I started. He got to episode 2 and went, nope. And I forced myself to watch it because everybody wouldn't shut the hell up about it. And God, do I regret forcing myself to do that.
Yeah, I might have watched the movie that came up after the series that picked up where the series left off.
But yeah, it's like a very gruesome show with with just kind of a bitter ending. Yeah, it's like bittersweet at best. Yeah, so. And let's see. I was gonna say about Doka, but I lost my train of thought. Let's see. Also, yeah. Oh yeah, I remember a show that like people were trying to get me to watch. Good old Attack on fucking Titan. Oh man, like I literally that was the one show I could not escape. Cause I'm usually pretty good at like just avoiding spoilers and or whatnot or mainstream stuff. Hey, Spooky Peppers. But like for that one for like an entire year, cause I said cause everyone kept coming up to me and like even people who don't watch anime, they were like, hey, you watch that anime stuff, right? Have you seen Attack on Titan? And so I was like I'll watch it when the English dub comes out. So and that took a whole year, and freaking, I watched it and I did not like it. I was like, I think it was so over exaggerated. By the fans.
Yeah.
I can agree with that, and as someone that is obsessed with mech animes and those just being giant fleshy mechs, I still wasn't a fan at all. I was like, this, I don't know what this is, but this is not what I was expecting it to be.
I enjoyed it a bit. There's still a large section of like anime that I'm just like, I forced myself to watch because it's just like, okay, they're about to reveal a big surprise. I know they are. I get through this episode so I'm not at least missing any information. Oh. And like I haven't even finished watching. I just looked at how far I had left on what's left on there, and I think I had like 4 more episodes to watch of the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, do I want to watch the last like 4 or 5 episodes of Attack on Titan?
No. Like, cause people are like exaggerating too. It's like don't get attached to any characters because you're gonna die. Like 2 people die. Or man, those cliffhangers are gonna make you pissed. There's like 2 of those kind of cliffhangers. Yeah.
Yeah, they had more cliffhangers as the show goes on, and more just like it just became, and like the last season becomes a military drama.
Oh shit, I can imagine. But also, sorry.
Yeah. Big spoiler. They're all from this original from another continent. And they're technically on a small island.
Huh.
Yeah, spoiler.
So essentially, it pulls a Britannia twist on it. Is what it does. It's we're fighting for this whole thing. Come to find out, you're sitting in Wales, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's almost like they're a science experiment.
So I can spoil it since nobody here really likes Attack on Titan enough for me to care about spoilers. Basically, take World War II, add giant flesh mechs to it, add the racism in there. We don't care for these group of people because they're different. And basically, a whole subset got separated. They got basically some leader from the past kind of gathered a bunch of people, went to the island, put up a bunch of walls, and yeah, they've been self-isolated from the world for hundreds of years. And all those Titans that were attacking are the exiled people from this other nation And yeah, that's pretty much it. And it's the whole military drama. Turns out it's really dumb.
I was saying too, it's like it always took like forever for them to get something done. Cause I remember one time they were like, okay, what's his name, Aaron, yeah, like, okay, Aaron, we need you to plug that wall so those Titans stop getting in. And it's like, okay, sir, give me about 2.5 episodes and I'll get to it.
But like the Dragon Ball Z problem.
Right?
Yeah.
We scream for 4 episodes until I do something.
2 of those episodes, they're probably pooping their pants.
Let me scream for 4 episodes, so at the end of it, when you think I'm actually going to destroy this individual or item, it ends up just becoming stronger. Like, getting tired of this borrowed power infinite loop that we're going on here.
How about we scream for 5 episodes to gather, the spirit bomb and fucking miss?
Destroy a whole world and miss the one thing we're going to hit. Wait a minute. Now we're just committing genocide and no one's going to bat an eye at it? Alright, cool.
I think after that, like when Jared kind of like backfires the bomb on Goku, yeah, but like, you know what, that's the last time I ever fucking seen my energy, Goku. Seriously, fuck off, dude. Yeah.
Next time you ask for some energy, I'm not giving you none.
Right? Like, that's the last time I drink a Gatorade for you, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna use energy to go, I don't know, masturbate or something. Be productive with that energy.
Let me ask for it. I'm just gonna take a 5-hour energy in hopes it destroys you. All right, look here.
Yeah, let the DC guys.
Let's see. One of the trends of anime is that isekais are still popular as ever.
Oh yeah.
There's some decent ones, like I watched Musou Tensei Jobless Reincarnate. Really good pacing of story, good world building. Main character is a perv.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's.
I think when it comes to the whole reincarnation styles and maybe Blue Lotus, if her and her husband have seen this, that they can agree with me on this maybe is Knights in Magic, just being that it does have the science twist to it, as well as a Gunpla twist to it.
I have not seen
But
That sounds familiar. I think I started watching it and...
Okay,
Oh no,
well.
we've been suggested it.
Yeah, I mean, granted, I'm very biased because it is mech-based, and it's mech-based in, like, a medieval-esque era of magic and everything, but, like, this individual brings in science and how muscle tissues are formed to create stronger mechs for this continent, and going against this other one, and it's pretty intense, but I enjoy it. That's what I enjoy, because it does give a military aspect as well as a very fun and relatable, like, this shouldn't be run this way type country. And it doesn't split up like into 20 different houses like some of the isekais and reincarnation ones do, where you got this group of people and this group of people, and you come to find out someone else has been reincarnated. Like, none of that exists.
You got me thinking about Wise Man's Grandchild, where there's not mechs in it, but how the main character becomes super powerful is that their basic understanding of science and how the world works has allowed them to basically fuck the magic system up the ass and go, it's like, oh, I can make this death laser with magic because I know how light works, and I'll use the sun to make a death ray.
I mean, that's essentially similar to what it is. It's the individual as a child. When he's reincarnated, it starts as a child, so he starts reading all of their books and how their stuff works, and he puts the reality that he was once a part of and mixes it with the magic and everything they do, and creates these just absolute ridiculous machines, but they're all based off of, funny enough, his favorite Gunplas, which I just find remotely funny.
Let's see. Oops. Stu wants to see some cake. Y'all want some cake?
Cake be nice.
Cake be good.
Oh, yeah.
Not on camera. I can't show
Oh.
cake.
I gotta be careful, Stu. I'm not wearing underwear on this outfit. So, okay. There you go. There's the hourglass figure. Oh, well. Okay, and then got a little decadent chocolate cake. Okay. Yeah, I could see. Bouncy. Okay. Oh, well. Oh, man. I might have to, Sally might have to take away the bouncy command just because of my tooth. What's that about? Isekais, oh yeah.
Some good ones out there. The one I really kind of dug myself into is So I'm a Spider, So What?
Yeah, I want to check that one out.
I will warn, the last few episodes run into the berserk animation problem of the humans just look a little weird when they do some 3D animation for them.
Gotcha.
Which is sad because they did such a good job with some of the 3D modeling for the monsters that you see when there's big epic fight scenes.
Did they announce the season 2 for Penny and Stocking?
Yes, they did.
Oh, they finally did?
It was, I think, Anime Expo this year. It was the biggest surprise, or so some people have said, that they have finally greenlit Panty and Stocking 2.
I mean, I remember watching that back in early college.
Yeah, like, a lot of voice actresses are still alive.
Well, yeah, it's because, what is it? Stocking, I just watched the dub, so Stocking's Monica Rail, and Garter Belt's, oh shit, what's his name? Is it Steve Bloom who did Garter Belt?
No, the guy does pick Vegeta.
Yeah, that's Steve. Isn't it?
No, that's Steve.
Oh, no, Chris Sabat.
There you go.
Chris Sabat, sorry. And then who does Panty? She's also really big. I can't remember her name. But yeah, they're all still in the industry and around. And I remember we went to a panel and Chris Sabat was talking about Panty and Stocking and Garter Belt. And he's like, this is the only series I begged to be a part of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that in an interview. But yeah, it's like, for all this time I was telling people, like, don't just once the credits roll, just stop there. Don't wait till the end, because then you're gonna feel unsatisfied.
Yeah. I wish someone told me that back in the day when I watched it.
Yeah. And I actually showed a couple episodes to Leather Jacket Bear, and he was just totally, like, taken aback by the show.
Yeah, it was a wild ride of a show.
Okay, Stu, here's a better camera angle for you.
While Tilly's looking down at the table, it's all still her drink.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, my model got stuck. It's sticky down here.
I just assumed you were taking a nap.
My eyes open?
I've seen crazier things.
I've seen toddlers do that and it's creepy.
I mean, come on. Some of us did that in school. Like, them S that we had, the little L, like, those are the hoodie and a backpack. Best nap of your life right there.
Yeah, no, I've nodded off on one of those old L-shaped desks at school.
I don't think we ever had the L-shaped desk in my school. I think I was never able to nap in school. I'm always supposed to be I need, like, quiet and darkness. No, Stu, no bouncy. Yeah. I can't now while I'm in tooth pain. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get that one.
Speaking of crazy ride of anime, the English dub of Ghost Stories.
Oh shit.
Like, if you haven't watched the English dub of Ghost Stories, please do. It's...
Oh yeah, especially with all the data references they make. But I like how they just don't hold back.
Oh, my favorite character is the Christian girl trying to convert everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Because she doesn't pull any punches.
Yep. Lesbians are evil. That's just...
You're all sinners, and I will save you.
And then, oh, no, let's try to find again. Oh yeah, anime-wise, freaking, Castlevania's coming back. Let's see. With a different writer, though, so I'm a little skeptical.
I've only watched 1 or 2 episodes into the 2nd season.
Oh, that's the best season.
I don't know. I have weird, like, ooh, something else, like, ooh, shiny anime, watch. I can get distracted and forget about other anime I need to watch.
Let's see. Oh, see here. Oh yeah, I think I'm actually watching Violet Evergreen again. Wow. That's one that would be like an awesome either like oh god. My mind's getting quieter. That would be cool if they had like a live action adaptation or like their season.
That would be interesting to see a live action. I enjoyed Violet Evergarden. We're getting what, another season? Or a movie? Something's coming.
Yeah.
For it. My husband didn't like it that much, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's weird because it's like it's one of those slow animes, but it just it hits in the feels.
Yeah, exactly. Like the episode with the mom and the daughter. I've been thinking about that one a lot lately. Where she, spoilers, where she writes her letters to be delivered on the daughter's birthday after the mom passes.
Yeah. Man. I felt that's deep. Okay. So, I believe, what's your favorite anime?
Favorite anime?
Yeah.
Favorite anime? Oh god. I can tell you one of my favorite manga, but I don't know about anime.
Okay.
Well, one of my favorite mangas is it seems like people either know it or hate it. Or sorry, know it, hate it, or don't know it at all. It's called Carrie Kano, or the English version is called His and Her Circumstances.
Okay, heard of it.
Yeah. And actually it was funny because I was reading an article about it, and recently in a way is because it was kind of one of those, the anime stopped really, really suddenly. And it really sucks is because it sounds like they'll never ever animate the whole series. Because from what I understand, the mangaka didn't like how the studio was handling the anime. So they pulled the plug. And they were kind of saying that the series itself is kind of cringe to begin with. But to me, I kind of like it, though, is because it's your main guy character and your main girl character. They're both putting on a front. And, not really being who they truly are. They're playing the parts that are expected of them, essentially. So most of the beginning, I want to say half of the manga is kind of like them actually going, you know what? This isn't worth it. We're going to be true to ourselves. So.
Well,
And then it's kind of like a coming of age because they end up falling in love and on and on.
That's not a good love story.
Mhm.
I don't need some romance. I remember earlier, what was it? Characters all pervy and stuff. Let's see, I'll take a pervy main character over one that's like, you know, kind of just like unrealistically, you know, like he's pushing away the girls. Like they recently had that like Vermilion Gold and Call of the Night, or like a succubus or vampires like just appears in the boy's life and is attached to him, and is constantly making advances on him, and he's like, no, gotta be in love or something. Welcome back, Duffy. Let's see here, and speaking of last season, the maid I hired recently is mysterious. Did we ever find out what that mystery was? Yeah.
There was a mystery. I didn't know there was a mystery.
Then they remade Tokyo Mew Mew.
Yep. Revamped Tokyo Mew Mew. Haven't watched it. I didn't watch the original either, though.
I remember watching a bit of it. I know, like, it was pretty popular back in its day.
Oh, yeah.
And what's this, like, this Ruby Ice Queendom? Is that like a remake or a new season?
That's,
Go ahead.
from what I understand, that's separate. That's even, Sarah, correct me if I'm wrong, that's even a different studio making it, I think.
It is a different studio. It is a rehashing of sorts of the first season so far. Like a lot of the trailer stuff we saw, like with trailer white, trailer black, were incorporated as part of scenes in the anime for Weiss and Blake. And yeah, and it takes divergent turns. Like it still hits a similar story beats as the original Ruby, but it has incorporated other stuff for its own plot point, or for its own plot. I watched the first 2 to 3 episodes of it at least. Like it's not a bad animation style.
Yeah, I often question, like, throughout the years if I should get back into Ruby, because I think I dropped after Season 5, because it just felt like Season 5 was pretty atrocious.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, it kind of felt like it just went downhill after Monty's passing.
100% agree. I fell off about season 6, I think. And we're at, what, season 9?
Yeah. It's crazy, because I just gotta see, sometimes you see, like, you have screenshots online, stuff like, that character's still around? And it's just, man. I remember one of the stupidest things I saw in season 5 too is like when Blake was fighting her chameleon friend at her house, and so she sets her house on fire in order to see the camouflaging chameleon. When girl, there was really 2 light switches next to you.
Yeah, I think for people who liked the original run of Ruby, the anime does a pretty good job of sticking. I feel like it sticks more to what Monty was going for, while still also maintaining being its own thing.
Yeah. I mean, sure, Monty wasn't, a genius either, but whatever he touched did have charm to it.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of that, Rooster Teeth. Oh, go on.
I remember when the trailers were dropping, like the Red trailer was just, everybody was just all buzzed talking about trailer Red.
Yeah. Sadly, like, the character Ruby was not what we was expecting when that trailer dropped.
Yeah. I feel like... Go ahead, sorry.
No, you go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, the trailers kind of didn't reveal much of what was going to be, the show was going to be like.
I'd say our 4-color trailers that we got right before the original run, kind of in a way made them seem almost more badass than what we originally got right away.
Mm-hmm.
And especially, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you that they did eventually get more badass as the series went along.
Yeah, I'd agreed on that. And it's part of, I guess you can say, their growth arc. But Ruby herself has some really weird lumps. And it's just awkward with some of her lines and I guess you can say her growth.
I like her growth as a character because she does feel like an awkward young kid going into a person who's still middle school age going into high school, being that awkward. I've seen in other TV shows and movies where it's you're the youngest kid out of all of everyone there. You don't know how to really act with people.
I don't know, it gives me One Tree Hill vibes for those of us that are older.
It's because the Ruby, because she didn't talk in that trailer, she kind of came off a little more mature and alluring. Well, it's the thing, it's in the trailer, she kills 50 werewolves single-handedly. And then in the first episode, she's awkwardly bumbling into a fight with one of the side villains. Apologize to any werewolves watching.
Pour one out for your homies.
Yep. It's like I might have it in me. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Bouncy, 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 bouncy. Whew. Let's see. And also, let me go ahead and drop the the fall anime season is dropped earlier than I expected. If I do wait till October. There, link in the chat here. But yep, Spy X Family 2 is already dropping.
I know people are hyped for Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, is that modern day Evil Dead or something?
No, I haven't. I'm not familiar with the franchise, but people are really hyping it up. I'm surprised more people aren't hyping up Mob Psycho.
Part 3. Okay, then I hear Academia Season 6 coming.
There's the Bleach Pals in Your Blood War. Which I'm hyped for. I've been a big Bleach fan since I was in middle school. Oh, forgot that's coming out. Sensei Satira can just said that. I'm sorry if I'm butchering these. My Japanese is horrible. But it's another isekai. But I found it as a manga, but I thought it was kind of funny and good. It's basically this person gets reincarnated as a living magical sword.
Huh.
And then along his journey, he meets this poor cat girl, and they kind of partner up and become the most epic duo you'll ever see.
Does he stay as a sword, or does he turn into...
He's a sword for the entire time, as far as I know.
Huh.
He's a sentient, magical sword. He has magical abilities to kind of control himself if need be. But, yeah, no, he partners up with a cat girl to help her out.
Can he float, or does he get carried everywhere?
He gets carried around, but If I remember the manga correctly, like for the first for the longest part of his life near the beginning, as he basically learns how to use wind magic and uses wind magic or something to fly around and control himself and kill dragons and shit. Yeah, no, he becomes really He's a really powerful sword, and it's just and he kind of just helps out this poor black cat girl, because apparently in the world they're in, black cats are like the runts of the cat clans and are just like mistreated, sold as slaves, the whole 9 yards.
That's rough.
And so he kind of helps her out, and they join an adventuring guild and go on some adventures and shit.
Fall season's even looking pretty, a little light. Oh, there it is. Yeah, the Tensei. Okay, I see it now. Yeah, that's a nice picture.
I really wanted to read the manga again because I really enjoyed it.
Read a lot of manga?
Oh yeah, I'm keeping up to date with the My Hero Academia manga. I finished One Punch Man. I'm using the Show and Jump app for like $2.99 a month. If you get like unlimited access, you get like access to 100 chapters a day.
I mean, that's better than that Manga Up app.
I have a rough go with manga apps, because there used to be some really good ones out there that were free and really good. Yeah, the translations may not be as accurate as the official, but they were good. You got the story, you got to enjoy the pretty art. And then it's just hard to find good ones that keep up to date with some of the better manga out there.
Hey, Duffy, do you read any manga?
I do. Most of my manga does revolve around, of course, Gundam or mech-based ones. But I am excited they announced the continuation of Air Gear manga and Claymore's manga. They're going to continue where they left off with the new series or new season they just dropped. They said they may not carry it anymore or release anymore, and now they've said yes, we are. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know when we'll actually eventually get around to finishing Gundam Double Zeta. It's just that it's just so bad. I think it needs to just keep subconsciously putting it off. Like, we were supposed to watch it, yesterday, but like, I just want to watch Critical Role. Then we're gonna watch Wrestle today, so maybe we'll get more progress done on that particular Gundam tomorrow. But it's like, Char's counterattack is on the underside. Just gotta get there.
Yeah, once you get there, it'll be golden. And then once you get to Turn A, I'll admit, Turn A revives a lot of like the storyline. Some people didn't like it just because of the pilot that they used as like the main center of the story, at least for the first half of it. But I love how Turn A really just revitalized and gave a fresh breath to the newer ones that came after it.
Because I always thought it was kind of weird that Double Zeta was seems to be like the one of the only ones that never got an English dub. It's Gundam. You think they would cover the whole franchise? But
because they even knew it was so bad it wasn't worth their time.
Yeah, I was like, I can clearly see why. It feels like Star Trek filler episodes.
It's equivalent. No, that's fair. As someone again that is diehard Gundam, that's 100% fair.
I'm going to get back into Star Trek.
Like Gundam, but I have a hard time getting into the main series. Like, I'm a diehard G Gundam fan, though.
We're close to that one, but we got this roadblock ahead of us.
I will always stand for my boy Domon Kashu from Neo Japan.
Okay, the Dragon Gundam?
No. First it was it was Shining Gundam during the first part of the series. Then there's a tragic moment when they're changing over to the to Burning Gundam. That Shining Gundam kind of helps protect Burning Gundam as Burning Gundam is like getting all systems set to go. And yeah. The reason I liked it a lot was just because each Gundam looked really unique. Each Gundam was always very unique to the next one you saw, and how they piloted the Gundams were always like my favorite.
Yeah, like I really enjoyed that arc where it was like the third arc when he finally got to like, the tournament, and like all the characters want to take a shot at the big guy, yeah, at the main character, and those were some pretty compelling fights. Also, I remember when the Master Gundam turned bad guy, like
Asia.
yeah, I thought it was funny too, because like all the other the rest of the team were like, okay, we'll go meet you at the one place. Bye. And as soon as they leave, Master Gundam pops up and he's in a new form and shit. Like, oh fuck. Hey, how you doing, Lily? Yeah, I get reading Spooky there. Yeah, I get ZZ being a wind down from Zeta, but a 50 episode wind down. What's the podcast? The podcast's pretty chill. Yeah, I liked it when Blue was doing those streams where he was playing like a bunch of like anime music videos or intros or something. I don't think she's back yet. Man. Let's see. Anyone like any good like anime based video games?
I mean, what are you meaning by video game based? Like ones that are based around a game, or animes that became a game, or vice versa?
Yeah, animes that became a video game.
Can't use Gundam as my scapegoat for this, can I?
I mean, Battle Assault was pretty good on the PS1. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of good Gundam games. And, they'll never stop making Dragon Ball Z games, even if they're retelling the same story 45 times.
Oh my god, yeah, it's like, here's the first 2 hours of gameplay, is the past 9 games we made. So it's like, you're part of the series.
That's true, Spooky. A lot of the Gundam games are kind of like the Warhammer video games. Not every one of them's great.
Yeah, not there. I'll admit, there's not a lot of great Gundam games. Now, I loved when they did Gundam crossover with Dynasty Warriors. That was one of my favorites, probably.
I remember that one.
The revamps of like the Gunpla mixed with Gundam games, the newer ones, like starting 2017 and newer. I have like how they've revamped those and done those. Again, I'm not a huge fan of SD Gundam, but it was a marketing ploy. It was a marketing ploy on their behalf, which was a smart move because chibi-like things were making a huge impact, and they jumped on the head of the train before a lot of other people, and it kept them alive during the, I guess you could call it the anime drought, for lack of better terms. But I mean, they're a smart marketing company in general, so.
Gundam Overwatch. I guess that one free to play gotcha game on PS4 is kind of like Overwatch. Get the damn whole deathmatch rules, which I like the game. I just rather play single player on that one. See, I remember a lot of those games came out during the Toonami era, so Hiro Yui was like the main character for a lot of them.
I mean, I feel like another, yeah, slight echo from Squirrel.
Yeah, I had to switch the phone. My internet died.
Oh.
This is probably just another little bit of a scapegoat. I mean, but Castlevania wasn't horrible.
True, I kind of miss it. You know, they dropped that shit hard after Lord of the Shadow. Because Konami wants to make pachinko machines instead. Ah! They kill your little rabbit! Little rabbit, hey little treasure! That's a cute name. Odin! Sir Ninja! Wizard the Pig! This is a cool D&D party. Come on in. Darling, good to see you, Raiders. I'm your host, Madam Tilly. I apologize for the fan in the background, but these are my boobs, and welcome to the Waifu Tavern. Holy cow. Oh, it's up. Welcome back, Blue.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. 4-year-old's bedtime.
Yes, and he's not listening to Daddy, so.
Oh no.
Hey, Tibby. Good to see you again, darling. B, how was your stream? Heard she was doing some karaoke today. I invited her on the podcast too, but she's like, no, I gotta sing.
That's one app I miss. I miss Twitch Sings. Ugh.
Is it gone?
Oh yeah, they got rid of it into 2019 into 2019 going into the beginning of 2020. They completely dropped it, got rid of it. Anyone that had a VOD, they just deleted it straight out from under you.
Oof.
Yeah, it was rough. So many good nights drinking and hanging out with people.
I'm guessing that was like a copyright nightmare.
I mean, no, because all the songs to be a karaoke song, it has to be past a certain age or certain rules and laws and regulations for it to even be there. It was just Twitch was wanting to get rid of it, and a bunch of people offered to buy it, and Twitch didn't even. They said, "No, we're not going to even sell it," so they just completely dropped it.
It's like, nah, just let it die.
Which is funny because then, like 6 months later, Twitch got fully bought by Amazon, which I thought was ironic.
You can hop in the call if you want. Yeah, talk about some enemies. Hard to tell. Okay, yeah. It's hard to tell if I'm waving when the camera's up this close. We'll say it's 140. Only activated with by import or to Earth's largest black hole. Hey guys! Whoa, that's a cool trick. It's like, whoa. See, black hole. I was just watching a documentary on the blue hole over that infamous diver spot that's like claimed like 100 people. Yep, you'll never see me go underwater. In fact, I'm so afraid of sharks that I'll probably never go into the ocean again.
Which is funny, in a sense of someone who used to live and work underwater. Dolphins are more of a fear than what sharks will ever be to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, dolphins will just come up, beat the ever-living mess out of you, have their way with you, and then just leave. Just because they can.
Huh.
As where sharks, they have a mutual. Essentially, there's a mutual agreement, as we call it. If you place your hand on the front of their snout, where all their receptors are, where they can sense, basically they sense the electrical field. They realize that you're just as a dangerous, if not more dangerous, predator than them. So then they'll just act like a dog and go belly up out of fear and want belly scratches.
Huh.
Great.
Oh man, I saw like a Goliath grouper up close. Like, damn, those fucking things can eat a man. Pat the Elf. Oh, that was a little hard with the close up, but we'll do one later. But I'll tell you what, though, I will pet the bear. There we go. And the squirrel. And the lotus. Hey, Lotus, yeah, I had a good time watching that one stream you did with the like with all the anime, like music intros and videos and stuff.
Oh, Wednesday.
Yeah. You still doing those every Wednesday?
I was doing those once a month, and then I took like a very long, unintended 5-month break from streaming.
Okay.
Actually, last week I did stream on last Tuesday because it was my stream anniversary. Yay, 2 years.
Congratulations.
So, I don't know if I will probably resurrect Weeb Wednesdays because honestly, it was my most popular stream. And it was just kind of fun is because, I've watched a kind of, to brag and not brag, I guess, I've watched a lot of stuff that people don't seem to have heard about.
Mm-hmm.
And I, when I get a banger of a song for an opening, I'll go and, I'll look up like the full version and then usually like end up liking the actual band. Like, case in point being Flow, which people probably recognize from Go for Naruto or Days from Eureka 7. They've got actually even a CD called Flow's Anime Best, which is all of their openings that, or not all, quite a few of their openings that they've done. And actually, one of my favorite songs of theirs isn't an anime opening. It is an opening though. It's was used for a crime drama. So I like doing that to like introduce people to music that they might not have heard of, and by that maybe series they haven't heard of too. I'm still begging ASIN essentially, or for people who aren't aware, Anime Central here in the Midwest to try to do their musical guest as back on. It's because I think they'd be a really great headliner. They've been a guest in Texas a couple of times.
Let's see. Now, I talked about what anime you guys watched last. What anime you expect to watch next or want to watch next?
Yeah. We've still got to sit down and watch Log Horizon Season 2.
I still have to watch that.
Yeah, I heard that was a better written Sword Art Online.
And if you go down the list you linked, there's a Sword Art Online movie coming out.
Oh boy.
But it's based off the novel's progressions. Literally, it's Sword Art Progressions is the series name, and it instead of being how like the first season of Sword Art was, where it was like time skips galore, this one is Progressions takes it day by day, sort of how it tells its story. So I am looking forward to that. And also, I believe, shifts the main character over to Asuna.
Oh, okay. So she gets to be competent? Nice. Well, I'm going to go off what I hear, so.
Like I believe like some of the manga versions of Sword Art, Asuna was the main character for most of them. Like she has a decent character arc overall. Like the stuff that we didn't see in the original Sword Art anime,
Yeah.
from the time we see her at the beginning to when we see her again as the second in command of the Dragon's Oath whatever guild. Like progressions like shows how she grows from being that person who uses her real name as her online gamer name.
You think that'd be unwise, but then again, would anyone expect that?
Yeah, people who have a weird opinion of Sword Art, I say check out Sword Art Bridge.
Yeah, Bridge series are pretty good entries into the actual animes.
I believe the channel that does it's Something Witty Entertainment, and like they have some bangers of a lines. Like, guys, there's one about what was it? It was like, don't do drugs unless you're in sports. Then do steroids. Or something like that. Like they have some good like one-liners. Kirito's obnoxious jerk, and really nice voice acting. Like I've watched a few abridged series, and the voice acting has been kind of meh. But Something Witty and of course Team 4 Star have some of the best voice actors I've heard for abridged series.
I'd say Team 4 Star just has some of the best writing as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I love FS7 Bridge.
Which one, abridged?
Final Fantasy VII Abridged.
I haven't. I never watched that. I watched DBZ Abridged. Actually, like I think last year, finally watched all of it. Yeah. And Hellsinger Bridge. I take enthusiastic walks through the woods. You murdered 5 people. Very enthusiastic walks.
Oh shit, Cobra Kai King 5 just dropped. Yeah, like, I resisted watching, Final Fantasy VII Bridge for the longest time, because I'm like, well, I want to watch something that kind of mocks something I love. But eventually got around to it, years later, and it was actually pretty damn good. Like, tells the story in a wonderful way with comedy in it, too. Let's see here. Okay, and Blue, what's the next anime you plan on watching?
We haven't been watching anything right now, unfortunately.
Not even TV?
No, I mean, like, you just said, like, I think we're up to date on My Hero Academia, so when the new season drops, we should be good to watch that.
Yeah.
Though last season kind of was a little wanting, I guess you can say.
Agreed.
What else? I swear we've watched something recently and I can't remember.
Can I be...
It wasn't on Netflix, was it? I just know, I've been trying to convince some gamer friends to watch High Score Girl because it's just so cute, and I think they'd really enjoy, like, in a way, the love letter it is to that era of gaming. So that one's on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, I'd highly suggest giving that one a watch.
That's one thing. I kind of want to watch all the Crunchyroll originals and the Netflix originals.
Mm-hmm. If you want to watch one of the Netflix originals, I would suggest skipping Last Song.
Oh yeah.
I watched that one, and the end is shit.
Oh.
Speaking of that, has anyone watched Spriggan yet on Netflix?
Not yet. I just got done watching Cyberpunk Edge Runner.
How is that?
Really good. Studio Trigger knocked another one out of the park. Like it's like Cyberpunk really matched well with their style that they do,
Yeah.
and it's a very compelling story that really goes well that you can see fitting in the world.
Yeah, like if was it Promare was anything to go by, then yeah, it's a good hands. Especially a Cyberpunk.
I haven't seen that one yet, but I've seen a few others. Like B&A was a good one. Not Panning Stockings. Kill a Kill is another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Shame you can't really stream the Kill a Kill game without like copyright up your ass.
Right.
That was a good alternate story. Plus, you get to see so much ass in that game. Okay. And Duffy, what kind of anime are you looking forward to seeing next?
Next, I have it on my list actually. Let me look here. Next on my list, I have 100 is what it's called.
Oh.
Essentially, 100. They're basically the only weapons capable of fighting like savages of a different life on Earth. And essentially, you become a slayer once you have your power of being 100, and essentially like these otherworldly beings that are trying to take over are getting smarter, and just like anything, people on Earth are learning how to control that power. So the hunters are getting outnumbered and outskilled massively because people are altering the other life form to their will.
Oh damn. Hey, drunken salamander, darling.
Again, it's similar to kind of like Blue. It's a series that has science mixed in with like mythology and of course a war class setting, which is up my alley. So
Sounds like an anime. Damn it, I can't remember what the hell the name of it is. But they're teenagers who can only fight these particular aliens because they're the only ones who get powers. But their powers are they're portals, if I remember correctly. I can't remember the series name.
yeah, the powers on in 100, essentially they're like personal sized mech suits essentially of different classes. You have like a mauler, a long range, so on and so forth. But it doesn't make you larger or anything. It's a suit that attaches to your natural body size.
Oh yeah, I just saw a thumbnail. Goblin Slayer 2, hopefully that's coming out around soon. Which is like kind of like the only anime that actually didn't need a sequel, so. But hopefully, like, doesn't like bring it down if it sucks. You know, it's like this. You know, let's say it's its own thing.
It's like the last, I want to say, 2 years, we got all of a sudden old, like interest in old anime too. Like was it Shaman King got remade.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bunch of sequels to stuff. Like we finally got second season to Devil is a Part-Timer.
Gungrave's getting remade.
Oh God.
Yep,
Interesting.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. It was kind of one of those that ended, and because it was in that era range of the late '90s, the early 2000s, the drought of anime, there's just no funding to carry on for a new season of it, and now they're like, oh, people want this back, let's bring it back. So, but it's not the original writer, which has me worried. Getting all the pats over there.
Yeah, it does feel weird. Oh man. Like hey W, what'd you do if like Gundam just like suddenly ended overnight?
What would I do? Well, then my body would be worth some money at that point.
Start, hey slime boy.
I mean, all the gunpla I have. I mean, at that point, I would be extremely upset. Yes, but then I would have to turn and look at it as now this series is turned into an investment. I mean, no different than, like Nintendo or Atari products. Like, it's kind of like, yes, I still love all these things, but now the things I have to be patient because I can turn around and, no, I'd be extremely upset.
So if Gundam were to like suddenly disappear, what mech anime or series or whatever would you think would try to take its place?
Evangeline would come back.
Yeah.
Evangeline would make its comeback at that point. That or somebody would get a shovel and go dig up Robotech for some god-awful reason. And I'm not wrong, somebody would.
Robotech was good for its time, and that's
was,
about it.
But it went on way too long past its time.
Amen to that.
Like, kind of like the whole saying, beating a dead horse. Like they just tried to over milk that far beyond what it was capable of, and that's what hurt it. In all honesty, like they could have stopped on such a great note, and they're like, "No, we're gonna keep going." Because I mean, Zoids even tried to make a comeback, and look how well that worked for them.
Yeah.
It didn't really do too well. So I mean, it would have to be some of the other bigger ones that were of the earlier eras that would come back to try and replace it, that already have a following and people know of it. Because, I mean, I guess you could say Eureka would try to capitalize on it, but, I mean, they've done so much with their storyline in such a weird way that I don't know if it would survive with what they've already done.
That one's kind of, I think they've overmilked it too.
Yeah, like they were doing so great, and then they're like, well, maybe if we changed it to do this, and I don't know who all has seen the anime Van Dread, but Eureka turned into Van Dread.
Oh man, I loved Van Jam back in the day, but then when we tried watching it a couple years ago, it didn't age well.
No, it was not a fine wine by any means. But that's unfortunately what Eureka started turning into. At least I felt like, and it was like, okay, yeah, now we're just getting kind of ridiculous. Other than that, I don't think there's any other like big mech related company that could try to capitalize on it.
And speaking of like an anime that I feel like kind of dragged on too long back, especially back in the '80s, was like kind of like also '70s. That's like Space Captain Harlock. With they also had the Galaxy Express, freaking the Queen, freaking there was like 4 other freaking spin-offs, but it kept dragging out for years.
What was that other one? The Knights of shit, what the hell was that anime? Essentially it was like a samurai Sailor Moon.
Knights of Shindoria?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that one.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah,
That's an old one.
you just look at the character designs and you know that one's old.
Like, you look at that and go, man, this was out when Season 1 of Robotech came out. Got it.
There was one that I think I saw got remade, I think. Is it that one?
Yeah, that one, it was a weird remake, but yes, it was technically a remake.
Well, not Knights in Shindoria. When I Google that this looks different. There's Zodiac Knights too.
Zodiac Knights, that's the one. That's what it is. They had like the gold armor.
There we go.
Armor, the blue armor, yeah.
Here we go. Oh wow, that's a long. Sorry, guys. I've never seen it, but obviously I've been at least familiar with it.
Yeah, because Knights of the Zodiac is one of the old school Tanami ones, too.
Oh, God. Saint Seiya. It says, too. Knights of the Zodiac. What was one, I haven't seen the remake. It's because they did it, like, in 3D, was, I think it's Cyborg 009.
It's not worth it. Don't do it to yourself. Don't.
Just watch the original?
Just catch the Cliff Notes and watch the original. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Okay.
It's kind of like Magicon. You'll watch it and you'll go the first 2 episodes and you'll try to play like the general law of anime rule, where it's like you at least got to do 4 episodes, and then you'll be okay. Well, I want to see where the story goes, but the rest of this is miserable on every level. That's about it. It's not well written. It's not well animated. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess on Sunday morning brunch is exactly what it is.
Oh boy. Which, has anybody seen the new Dragon Ball movie?
Yes.
Oh, they still make those?
Yeah. So, the 2 new androids that you get, their designs reminded me of Cyborg 009.
Oh, I can see that, yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my god, that's such a callback. Yeah, they're... Apparently, my husband's like, the creator forgot that the new series is called Dragon Ball Super, I guess. Or I think this is a rumor. I haven't verified it. But that's part of the reason the movie title's Dragon Ball Superheroes.
Superheroes. Yeah, it was so interesting not having Goku be the main star of a movie for once.
Yeah.
Or they didn't want an hour and a half of the movie of someone yelling.
Yeah, like they had to squeeze in like a 5-minute Goku cameo, but still was with him sparring with Vegeta. But yeah, it was just like Piccolo and Gohan, going at. It was refreshing. Oh man. Let's see. Does Miss Squirrel still gone? Let's see what's on the Crunchyroll. So, welcome back, darling. Oh, that's a good idea for Let's Stay in my pod. But yeah, like might be doing like one on the fall season, previewing all the trailers in the fall season. Let's see here. Also, I think maybe like this is what you do your homework on, folks. But your favorite anime per genre. That's a good topic.
That is a good topic.
Ooh, that is a good one.
That is a super good one.
I know we've done that one in the past, and it's done well.
I might have to do my homework now.
Okay, but for now, I guess let's go ahead and sign off here. Let's find us a lucky raid target. Well, here's someone I know playing a Dragon Ball game. So your name is Retro Mary TV. She's playing Dragon Ball The Breakers.
Oh yeah, email about that and it has entered beta or something.
What's that?
Dragon Ball Breakers.
Oh yeah, it's beta.
Yeah, I think because I got an email from Bandai about it.
Yeah, it looks very not gacha-y, but a lot of microtransactions in it. Stream's
Yeah,
amazing. Aww.
Oh.
Sorry, boy, he's too kind. Folks, yeah, I'll try to be back on tomorrow. Playing some first time playing Axiom Verge. And I do apologize. I had to lose the bouncy command for the foreseeable future because with this bad tooth, I just gotta talk slower. And I think it's like yeah, it's like I got like nerve pain in my jaw. But yeah, we'll probably with the schedule I got coming up with a lot more community nights and so it'll be some lewd streams, but we're gonna be only way to really fit in podcasts if I kind of like record them like batches, like seasons. So you might see like stuff like this in the future, or like because I just like my third podcast this week. So we might do this in like November or something. So let October have its scary game streams. But yeah, definitely check out Sarah the Squirrel on her channel. Yeah, and definitely in La Dumpy. And whenever she makes the big comeback, Blue Lotus Designs. And yeah, definitely have to talk about some more anime soon. Oh yeah, murder. Oh yeah, hope you guys had a good time. Just kick it back and chat with me.
I had a wonderful time. Thank you for having me.
I'm always here.
And thank you so much for having me. Not sure how much I can help with, being busy so much.
Oh, it's fine. Just let us know you're alive. It's always good to talk to you.
You as well, dear.
Okay, the rain has commenced. We're gonna go visit Mary. Alright. Oh, wow. So many viewers. I'm shocked. Love Twitch and love you guys on it. Mwah. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Take care.
Bye.